we are getting into some fall cleaning and decorating for the upcoming season. I hope that you guys are ready for some homemaking inspiration because I've got it for you today. First, we're going to get some light tidying done around the house. I have some dishes left over from dinner last night that I need to get loaded into the dishwasher. Then we're going to clean off the surfaces and do a light sweep, a light mop, and vacuum. And then we're going to get some fall decor up. So I'm really excited for today's video, and if you are too, give this video a thumbs up and let's get started. Starting with unloading the clean dishes that are inside of the dishwasher. Lately, you guys, I have been doing my dishwasher load just before or while I am preparing dinner. So I will go inside of the kitchen, and then anything that has been left over, like from breakfast and lunch, any dishes, I'll put those inside of the dishwasher, and then I'll prepare dinner. And then when I finish cooking dinner, I'll load up the last of like the pots and pans and things like that, and then I'll typically wash breakfast and lunch and then the dishes that I use to cook dinner. But then the problem is that after dinner, once we're done eating, then those are the dishes that's been left inside of the sink because the dishwasher is still going from the load that I loaded while I was preparing dinner. So here you guys just see me like putting away all of those dishes from breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then there are a few pots and pans that did not fit inside of the dishwasher yesterday when I was cooking, and just a couple of dishes from eating that I need to get put in there. Once we get all of this put away, then I can make sure that we have clean surfaces and everything so that we can get into some fall decor. I just want to make sure that things are nice and clean and tidy, and I have a fresh, clean slate before we get into the decorating. I did show you guys some of the things that I'm going to be using to decorate the home this year. Some of them I'm pulling out pieces that we already had, and then some of them I just purchased recently and brand new this year. I shared a haul, so I'll link that for you guys in case you guys want to check that out and just see anything that I actually purchased, or maybe you are looking to grab some of these items as well for your fall decor. It's not too late in the season. I feel like I actually got an early start this year. I rarely ever will put up fall decor in August, but I have to catch you guys up on a lot of the things that we have coming up this year. So I kind of just wanted to get a head start on my fall decor. Plus, it was really starting to feel like fall for some reason. Like, I think within the next 2 weeks, we'll be down into like the mid 60s, and that's fall weather for us. And I could kind of sense that it was like coming up at the time of me like putting up this here fall decor, which was literally like just a week or two ago. And so I knew that it was time. Also, I found this really beautiful fall dress when I was at Ross. I actually went back to return some shoes or exchange them for my son. I went and grabbed the kids' new sneakers and a few like little pieces of clothing that I saw, but my son was not with me and he couldn't fit his shoes, so I went to return those. And while I was there, I found this little fall dress, and I was like, you know, might as well add one little piece of like fall fashion to my collection. So I grabbed this dress, and I like how like flowy it is, but if I'm honest, I feel like I'm only gonna wear this dress maybe 2 or 3 times and then probably like not pull it out again until like next year. So yeah, I kind of somewhat maybe regret buying it for that reason, because I'm trying to be a lot more intentional with the things that I wear as well as the things that I spend my money on. But I don't know, I was just feeling all of like the fall vibes, and I just at the moment felt like I had to have it. So it was definitely an impulsive purchase, but it's really cute. So here I'm just getting distracted with my phone and everything, but getting right back to the cleaning after. That's why I cannot like have my phone out when I'm doing something, because I will get constantly distracted from different like notifications or text messages and things like that, and typically I won't respond, but I'm pretty sure that might have been like my husband texting me or something. So getting, you know, all the surfaces cleaned off, the kitchen, even the baby's high chair, now the little dinette or the kitchenette table that we eat at, so that we can get some decor put up on here. And all I'm using is just a Method all-purpose cleaner. I was completely out of the homemade cleaner that I typically use when I'm cleaning my home. But that is okay. We're going to get it restocked again soon. It's so easy to make. It's literally just like Castile soap with some essential oils, some vinegar, and some alcohol and distilled water. Super easy, but I'm out of the Castile soap, and that's why I haven't made any more. But now we're just doing some light sweeping, and then once that's done, we're going to wipe down the kitchen appliances like the stove and the microwave, and then we'll be done with the cleaning. This was just supposed to be a light tidy before we get into some home decor. You know, I love giving you guys some cleaning motivation, some homemaking motivation, and so of course we had to get a little bit of that into here as well. So if this is your first time on my channel and you do enjoy like homemaking motivation and motherhood inspiration, some cleaning, some days in the life, some organization, I do some shopping hauls, some grocery hauls, homeschool content, all of that here on this channel. If you are new here, I would love for you to subscribe and join. But now let's get into some fall decor. So here on this little corner of my kitchen counter, we typically have a lot of clutter built up. It's normally maybe like breads or fruits or snacks or things like that. So I grabbed this here basket, which I thought was beautiful from Ross. It was like $12.99. I thought it was the perfect tie into like our fall decor to also hide some visual clutter. So here you see I'm putting like our breads and this last little bagel here, dinner rolls, bananas, things like that we go back and forth to all week. We typically like to keep it out on the counter, easy to grab, but I like it a lot better here inside of this basket. I just feel like it makes the space look a lot more tidy, and I also love that it ties into the theme that I'm going for. I also picked up this here like pitcher or vase, and it's absolutely beautiful. I got this one from Walmart for just $10, and what I'm going to do is go outside and cut some of our fall hydrangeas. They're like this beautiful white and lime green color, and I'm going to put those inside of this here pitcher vase. And I'm also going to be adding this wooden block to the counter as well to pretty much just hold some of our kitchen appliances. I need to keep things usable and things practical. I don't want to put away things that we use on a daily basis. I just want to make the space look a little bit more cozy and warm is what I'm going for. So here is our tea kettle, or it's actually my husband's. He uses this to make instant coffee, but I've been using it to make tea in the mornings. It heats up so fast, and I didn't even know that I would love this thing, but turns out I actually do. So I'm just putting that as well as our Nespresso milk or creamer frother on here, and I'm just trying to make it look a bit more tidy. I still have to do a bit of cord management, but I do like the way this wooden block or serving tray or whatever you guys want to call it. I really just don't even remember what do you call these pieces. Sometimes my brain just does that. I don't know what it is. It's after a long day with little ones running around. It's been a long day, so I don't really remember what I'm calling this, but for now it's going to be called a wooden block, and I like the way that it looks. So now I'm just switching out this Dawn power wash. It's grown on me. I did not used to use Dawn, but this power wash, it's been like a thing. It's been trending, and I decided to give it a try. My husband actually purchased it, so I was like, I'm just gonna try it out, and yeah, it's been growing on me, so I'm swapping it out for their fall scent. It's a pumpkin spice scent, and it actually smells really, really good. And I'm also going to be swapping out our Scrub Mommy for this cute little pumpkin one, and just keeping the like brush one that we already have. They didn't have, or I couldn't locate the fall one. Maybe I'll find it on Amazon, I don't know. And then here is just a little pumpkin jar that I pulled out from last year that I'm going to be putting up here on the shelf next to my Ember mug. I love my Ember mug, so I'm going to be keeping that one. Here are some homemade apple pie and pumpkin pie recipe displays that I found from the dollar store. They were literally like $2.50 each. I thought they were quite adorable and would be really, really cute as a backdrop. So I'm using this pumpkin pie one here for now as a backdrop behind the tea kettle. Just seeing how that looks, I thought it might tie in with the pumpkin spice Dawn power wash spray, as well as like the pumpkin jar above it. I also pulled out my Disney Mickey and Minnie Be Happy wooden utensil set and added a couple of like fall whisk and spatula pieces to it to make it a bit more like fall themed. And so now I'm just giving the shelf a good wipe down. This one here was a little bit dusty because I keep some protein powder up there usually, but I'm swapping that out for a cute little pumpkin candle that I got from the dollar store, and this pumpkin spice makes mama nice fall mug that I got from Michael's. I love that little mug, and I think that these two together look really adorable, nice and simple. I went outside and picked these from outdoors. We had some beautiful hydrangeas growing in, so I grabbed about 4 stems. I'm gonna put these inside of that pitcher I showed you guys in the kitchen. I really love the way this here turned out. I think it's my favorite part of my fall decor. This simple and basic little pitcher vase and some beautiful hydrangeas right from the garden. I absolutely love that. But now just to tie in a little bit more of the Disney decor, this is a Halloween mug that my husband purchased from Box Lunch last year, so I'm gonna pull that out to match the wooden utensil set, as well as this Mickey and Minnie Mouse vase that my husband bought me for Valentine's Day. I think they'll look cute together, and then I can use that vase to display some more fall florals that we have in the garden, like some black-eyed Susans. I think we have some orange lilies, so I really want to get those displayed up while they're still good and before they wither away as it gets colder. Now this here little tiered stand or 2-tier serving tray, you guys, I'm telling you, it's been a long day. I cannot remember the name of anything, but I'm going to be putting this little piece here in the middle of our kitchen table and just putting a couple of fall and Halloween display pieces on top of it. So this here little pumpkin says happy fall, and I kind of just like have the tag like looped over the top of it, and then this one here that says so very blessed. I love this little wooden display as well, and I'm going to be putting that one on the bottom along with this really adorable mason jar candle holder. I have these adorable little leaf tea light candles, and they smell really good, so we're going to put that inside of the mason jar, and this will be really nice when we're eating dinner together in the evening time. So let's just set that on the tiered tray along with a couple of extra ones, just so that once we burn through that one, we'll have a couple more that we can use to swap out. I also like to keep things here on the table practical with things that we often use. I love lighting candles during dinner time. It really just sets the mood and just romanticizes that family time that we have together every single night. I don't like to take that for granted, so I try to make it special however I can. And then we also like to use these adorable little Mickey and Minnie fall cup holders, so just placing those and just lighting the candle so you guys can get a feel for how beautiful it looks. I do have to take it off the stand once we are using it because it will burn. I really forgot about this beautiful candle holder and this beautiful pillar candle. I purchased the candle holder with a little basket attached, but you can also take the candle holder out of the basket. And then we have this pillar candle that I have had for a couple of years. It's still burning, but very strong. Love this candle. It smells amazing. So I feel like it needs to go up here, so I moved some things around so that we can add this as well. I turned the basket, which opens up a bit more space over here, and now we can add this candle because it kind of just ties in. You guys, I really could not figure out how I wanted to place these items on the counter. I didn't know if I wanted the Google Nest in the middle of the vase and the candle, like up against the cords to kind of hide it, or if I wanted to place the nest next to the sink. But this is what I ended up keeping and going with. I like the way it looks, and I love that fall backdrop on the nest as well. So now moving on to this little buffet stand that we have in the family room next to our patio door. I'm trying to arrange this here tray that has the handles on the side of it as something that we can just grab on the way out of the door for those days that we're sitting outside entertaining guests or just sitting outside next to the fire pit. So I'm just putting a cute little floral vase on there, as well as a cozy candle, a hello fall and leafy sidewalks and crisp morning air sign. I think that's perfect for the outdoors. And then I'm also trying to decide if I can also add this really inexpensive pitcher that I picked up from the store to it as well, so that if we're going to be having apple cider outside or even lemonade, if it's a little bit warmer, that's something that we can take out as well with a couple of cups. So I don't know, this is what it looks like without the pitcher. And then later I ended up adding a couple of fall throw pillows and a little blanket outside as well. But now for this really adorable jute rug I picked up from Ross, I'm placing this right in front of the kitchen sink that I can stand on when I'm like doing dishes. And now just adding in just a couple more pieces like our Mickey Mouse oven mitt, and I switched the apple pie and the pumpkin pie recipe stands out. I think the apple pie one would match better with the apple crisp hand soap on the sink, and then I put the pumpkin pie recipe next to the pumpkin Mickey oven mitt. And here are the pumpkin Mickey hand towels that we're going to be adding to the kitchen, as well as this adorable little fall leaf throw pillow into the family room. So once those little pieces were added, here's just a final look at a couple of just very minimal, simple but adorable fall pieces I added to the kitchen, the eating area, and the family room. Let me know what you guys think, and what did you guys go with your fall decor this year. I tried to keep it really simple but also really cute. So that we sum up today's Clean With Me and Fall Decor. I hope that you guys enjoyed this homemaking motivation. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a like. It really does help the channel to grow and helps me to reach more people. It also helps me to know what type of content resonates with you guys. But that's going to be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy homemaking.